Hey everyone, SilentCiel here. Welcome to another video on Pokemon Mesa Star. For today, I'm actually heading to the arcade right now, and we're gonna test out the Lycanroc Special Tag that was recently distributed last weekend. Yeah, if you're hearing what I'm saying, yes, basically it's the new week already after the first distribution. Yeah, I finally have time to head over to the arcade to play it, test it out. We're gonna take a look at the standard Z move patterns for the rock type. Alright, because this is our first rock type Pokemon with a Z move. So this is gonna be the first time we're looking at the pattern designs for rock type Pokemon. It might be a bit different for other rock type Pokemons in the future because Lycanroc has its own special attack move for a Z move. So who knows, maybe it might be a bit different for the other Pokemons in the future that are rock type, because we do have some other variants of Pokemon like the water types, like some of them are a bit different from each other. So we are going to take a look at the patterns. We're going to take a look at the roulette wheels behind Lycanroc as well, and let's take a look and see how effective Lycanroc is as a tag for play and of course for competitive use in the future. I'm talking in the front portion here mainly because this is the first ever video that I will be doing for this kind of breakdown on a special Pokemon's move, you know, that kind of thing. So we're gonna take a look by testing it out with special event trainers, whatever that's available at that point of time, and we will see like what's the average damage, you know, health bar taken by the move, be it, you know, it's 10 hit, 35 hit, whatever highest attack roulette wheel it has. So let's break it down from there. Alright, let's start with the trainer test. We're using trainer Tarina because she is available at this point in time. We are not going to use any of the event trainers or the tag battle event trainers because it just wouldn't make sense. Alright, so let's do this. She has a Mewtwo 6-star, a Abomasnow 5-star, and a Rillaboom 4-star. So we're just going to test Lycanroc mainly, and we are not going to bring any support Pokemon along just to give it a fair strength test. Alright, so as you can tell, Abomasnow is weak against rock. So if things go well, we should one-hit KO Abomasnow. Alright, so we do get a Shinx, we do get a Bayleaf as our partner Pokemon as from rental. Alright, let's do this. Alright, choosing Lycanroc as our first Pokemon because we need to test its Z move patterns. So take note. Here we go. Alright, let's push that button and let's get the Z move pattern memorized. Right, right, left, right again. Ah, pretty nice, 75. Alright, as you can tell, it shows the special move for Z move, the naming. Splintered Storm Shards, there we go, and we have that fantastic cool animation. Very nice. So yeah, we did get a super effective hit, means no critical, so it is a one-hit KO due to weakness, so 2 times the damage. Alright, and let's jump forward to Battle 3, where we have Lycanroc coming out to do its roulette wheel test. If you need to, please go ahead and slow down this video if you want to take a look at the roulette wheel with more focus and more intent. At least it gives you a good sense of what is present in the roulette wheel and how far of a gap it is from the highest hit range. So you can see that 35 is the highest, and then it's nicely spread out between the 10 and the 20s. I managed to hit the 35. We do spam it. And as you can tell, Stone Edge is there as his basic attack. We do get a crit on the Mewtwo, however, because the Mewtwo has already taken a decent amount of damage, therefore it doesn't really do its justice in terms of a test of a damage. But we roughly know that, you know, Lycanroc is a good Pokemon. Let's take a look at the Lycanroc Dusk special tag and what is on the tag itself. So first of all, we can see that, like I mentioned in the previous video discussing about the Lycanroc tag, we can see that it does have the special crystal that is specifically just for Lycanroc, and it will change its Stone Edge attack into its special Z move skill, and it comes in at 122 PE. So if you're talking about any other Pokemon tags that are Z move that is similar to this PE level, we are looking somewhere around the range of Rhyperior, Torterra, you know, the 5-star Z move Pokemon tags that we have seen since Stardust version 1 up to Galaxy version 1. And of course, you can see that it is a promo, that's why there's a P there, and it is the English edition. So of course, in all the countries of Megastar that is currently running, we all know that the English variations only work in the countries that actually uses the English tag. So if you bring this to, I believe, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, these tags definitely do not work there. And of course, you can see the rock symbol because its main typing is a rock type Pokemon. Alright, so let's turn the tag around. Alright, you should see that yes, it comes with that Z move special bracket being filled up with its move, so it's splintered storm shards, like I mentioned in the last video, and of course the typing of its attack is the rock type Pokemon, rock type itself. So the stat it relies on is actually its normal attack stat, which is 131, which is pretty high compared to some of the other Z-move Pokemon out there. HP at 145, special attack at 64, not that it matters. And of course, the speed is 123, which is decently high, even higher than Mewtwo. So, defense stats for the regular defense and the special defense are both at 75. Not exactly very high defense, but you know, good enough. Maybe this will be used in some high score challenges in the future because it is the only rock type Z move, like I mentioned, and you know, it's somewhere in the lines of a 5-star Pokemon. If you guys have been playing high score events long enough, you would know that 5-star Pokemon do play a critical role in trying to get a good high score, especially if you are trying to wipe out all the opponent's Pokemon with just one Z move as maybe the second or third support Pokemon within your line of Pokemon in your arsenal. Yeah, so I hope you guys have gotten a copy of this yourself. Like I mentioned in the last video, the event is running for 3 weeks. We already concluded the very first week, so there will be 2 more weeks of this event you know, before this special tag is no longer around for distribution. But who knows, sometimes special tags do come around again, but very rarely. I'm still looking at you, Urshifu Dark version. When will you return? But yeah, so if you've not gotten a copy for yourself, please try to attend the next upcoming 2 distribution weekends, this week itself and of course the following week. These were the last 4 days that you can try and attain this Lycanroc special tag. If you did not get one for yourself, don't worry, I myself am trying to attend as many of these distribution weekends to try and get some extra copies, maybe to do giveaways or to give out to the brand new players, like I mentioned in the last video. What do you guys think of Lycanroc and its stats, the patterns of its Z move, and of course the roulette wheel stats itself? Is it a very nice spread out for you to try and hit the high scores normally, like you would do in the gameplays or even in a high score tournament? Do you feel confident enough to control Lycanroc in Dusk form? Yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if you found this video useful. Make sure you share it to all your friends and leave a like on the video. And of course, check out the shorts if you just can't remember, you know, the Z move patterns and you want to take a look at the roulette wheel before any events itself to give yourself a reminder. I will be editing this video into a short form format so that it'll be easier for everyone to access. If you find long form videos not, you know, informative and useful, yeah, this video will still be around, and yeah, use it at your disposal whenever you feel like it. And of course, yeah, make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy and appreciate the content, because making contents like this are not cheap, you know, because you have to play the game, basically spend the money and then record the videos. If you make a mistake, you have to do it over again, so that's even more money. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, mata ne.